Participate in a conversation with once conservative, now liberal Midwest mastered prepared special education high school teacher and a self-proclaimed devil's advocate, East Coast conservative liberal, baccalaureate prepared registered nurse. These two strangers met, became instant friends, and realized their conversations are candid and epic. So join us weekly, ask us questions, and listen to these profoundly candid friends try to solve the world's problems, one discussion at a time.
Hey. Welcome to another awesome episode of The New Theory with Monet and Jared, aka TNT with MJ. I am Jared.
I'm Monet.
And together we are teaching minds
and nurturing souls. Okay, so this week I would like to start off by apologizing for us not being able to record last week. And now this week, my attire is definitely not up to par. I'm definitely in my pajamas. Why, you ask? Because it caught up to me. It got me. I am COVID positive. I'm quarantining at home in Philadelphia. I actually got my results today. And how do I feel? I felt really malaise last week, just tired. I just thought I was exhausted. I pushed myself too hard. Average sleep 5-6 hours a night. I need more. Going back and forth to New York. Let's get some rest. Definitely was not the case. I have periods of long sleep. And then periods of like, I feel normal, and push myself and go. And then be like, I'm really tired. I gotta go to bed. So it went back and forth. Totally lost my taste and smell on Sunday night, Monday. Was just thinking it was allergies because this burning sensation in my nose. Like, well, I was sneezing over the weekend. There was a lot of pollen on the car. I'm like, it's gotta be, allergies. It's May. Take care of these patients. What? No. Burning sensation stays still here a little bit. Wondering, what in the hell? Why am I not sneezing enough? There you go. And with that being said, I felt like, sorry.
It's all good.
I felt like, started feeling short of breath, like easily winded. Diarrhea, nausea, no. Temperature, no. Cough, not really. It's more of a, like if anybody that would cough if you got some extra saliva in the back of your throat or whatever. But nothing like, but it's the fatigue. It's the feeling like, oh, I feel like I'm getting a little sick. So I'm only medicating with Tylenol, drinking lots of water, and resting as much as possible. With regards to, let's see, just can't believe, not saying that I was hyper vigilant, but just, I don't know. I do better. And what's also kind of like, maybe it took me so long to get tested because of the news of what's happening in India.
Yeah. Wow. I think the last, I can't remember, but I know that they're like at least the highest death rate in the world right now.
Like, what did you say? They don't even have any crematoriums.
Yeah, they don't have enough.
They don't even have enough doctors.
Yeah.
To take care of the people. Tomorrow I go for my, oh God, how can I forget it's the antibodies. It's the man-made antibodies to help with to ease your symptomology with regards to COVID.
I don't want to say, is it convalescent plasma?
I believe so.
Okay. And I can't remember if that's quite the right, because I get that, like, it's so hard to hear, like, it's so easy to hear, like, convoluted, convalescent, so anyway.
Hopefully I'll start feeling, I won't feel so run down or easily run down,
Right. That's cool.
I think the drinking of the water helps a great deal.
Oh, sure.
But I'm also, I think just your body's natural response to something different. It's like drinking and peeing and drinking and peeing.
Yeah, you got to keep
Why
things
didn't-
moving.
gotta get out. Get it all out.
That's
But
funny. Yeah,
make a
no,
long
that's
yeah.
yeah. No, go ahead. Sorry.
No. So I'm thinking like, what is like? We're hearing the accounts of the death toll, but and how people are just frustrated and exacerbated. And the question is it a different strain or is it the same strain? Or are they having a latent response?
From
How
what's
much of
reported,
their
yeah.
go ahead.
No, I was just going to say that to answer that question, actually, is from what I've seen in the reporting, it really is a latent response. The government is ill prepared, and they're not providing as much aid as they can or could or should. I mean, I heard one of the reports this morning was that one of the hospitals, footed the bill for the oxygen that they needed. You know, they bought it privately, and there still wasn't enough. You know,
What? Oxygen?
Yeah.
The shit that's floating around us?
well, I mean, if you can't breathe, you can't breathe, and so you need to getting the. Yeah, no, I get what you're saying, but yeah,
Oh God. And it still wasn't enough.
still wasn't enough.
Why would anybody charge for that shit?
Well, that leads to what is it? The waiver of intellectual property, or the waiving of the right to intellectual property for the vaccine.
What's that? What's that?
Well, okay, so it has to deal with patent, and so say AstraZeneca, because that's the first one that came to mind, right? Actually, we'll go to Moderna because that's U.S. based. So you go to Moderna, and you ask for the formula for the vaccine, right? Well, they can have a patent and say, no, you can't have that unless you pay us this.
What?
Because that's what the patent does. It protects that intellectual property, which is in this case the formula for for COVID.
So
Biden and his administration are wanting to have a waiver to that right of intellectual property.
Yeah, I would think so.
To ramp up.
Yeah, to save these people's lives.
Yeah.
See that? Then that
Big
begs the
Pharma is like,
question.
no, we want to make some money off this. So yeah, how are you
Big
expect?
Pharma.
How are we gonna? No.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Okay, so what pisses me off is the fact. All right, and for the viewers, please forgive me. I did not get the vaccine. There's a whole crew out of us. Shut up, Jared. And that's where, a lot of the phone calls are coming from. Like, God damn,
Yeah.
I'm like, look.
I know you have your reasons.
I have innate fear of. It's an innate fear of Big Pharma in the federal government. And whether, I don't care how intelligent I am, and I have coworkers that are just, I'm like, can we just address the fact that,
go for it. Say it. Yeah.
It's just a fear.
But Monet, why is there fear?
In my DNA, man. And some people will be like, I'm black, but I did it. I'm like, okay. My daughter and my ex-husband are vaccinated. My son is in the process of getting his vaccination, but he can't because his mama, I think he gave me COVID, to be honest with you, because he was sick last week, and I thought it was allergies because we were very close to Central Park, and he was out playing with his brother, and he just said he didn't feel well, and this is what happened.
That sucks. I'm sorry.
So I did not get it from work. I got it from my own flesh and blood.
Well, and that's been actually what's been proven statistically is that with those with whom you're in close contact.
Mm-hmm.
But so why is there an innate fear? If you don't mind my picking.
The lack of trust for scientific research studies.
Is that a personal thing or is that a historical thing?
It's historically personal. Using I know, right? $20.
I like that. Both, of course.
Yeah, right. Only because it's like
both.
minorities are dispendable.
And
no matter how much you sit here and say that it's random, and I believe it is. The intellect in me is like, Monet, it's random. It's not that it's random. They don't want anybody to be sick, period. Because, somebody is having a higher thought and a better, conscience. But I just don't trust the world the way it is, the way the gluttony and greed is. And it's like the fear of the wealthy is that there's too many people on the planet. So let's just kill them off. No matter who they are, especially if they're minorities, because we don't want them. Now, is that that's something I would have never shared with anyone, because the idea of being different is still very prevalent in our society. Fear of being different and not thinking with one brain and being intelligent enough to discern, no, that's not going to happen. You don't have to worry about that. But the reality is, I still don't trust them. But now that I am COVID positive, I can keep getting checked, my antibodies. And then once my viral load goes down and I no longer have the antibodies, then I'll get the vaccination. So that, because, people are,
Well, I proposed to you this, and I'm sure you've already considered it, but would your symptoms be as bad as they are had you been vaccinated?
I have no idea, but coming from coming from a medical perspective and what I know, probably not. But you also have to take into consideration, I'm relatively healthy. My symptoms aren't bad at all. I mean, I don't want them to get any worse. I mean, I think the biggest fear was Monday and Tuesday when I couldn't smell. I couldn't even smell yesterday. And I'm still having a little bit more difficulty smelling right now. But I can taste. And yesterday was the first day I could taste.
That's awesome.
So, yay.
That's awesome.
I don't know. Is this
hopefully
just
you're on that upswing?
Yeah, hopefully it's not just being labile and it's going to go like this. Hopefully it is just but honestly, I can say I feel a lot better than I have.
That's good.
I mean, this is the reason why we didn't record last week. Because I legitimately wasn't feeling well. I slept. Yeah.
Well, it just hit me that you'd brought up that we didn't record last week, yet we still posted an episode last week. So for those that, because I didn't make this public, but that was something that we did. What was about a month or two, over a month ago.
Yeah.
Pre-spring break. Yeah, no, so this is back in March. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Damn, a lot of months ago.
But we felt that because we weren't necessarily talking current topics or current affairs and didn't necessarily give a date.
We could have used the show anytime we wanted.
Yeah, because of the circumstances that would be a good time to post that. So I apologize for the mild deception there, but
it wasn't.
Hope you guys did enjoy that episode because it was fun talking to Margarita.
Yes, it was.
So, and look forward to having her back soon.
And that's the thing. We love talking about current events, just like with the police officer in Wisconsin, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Kenosha, Wisconsin.
Who killed, what's his name, Jared?
Jacob Blake. shot him 7 times in the back. So not only did he not have charges pressed against him because the DA decided, hey, no, we don't need to do that. He was given a loaner weapon, Glock 17 or Glock 7. I can't remember which one it is, but a Glock. Because his gun is issued, his department issued weapon was still under investigation or still being used in the investigation on the shooting and making, all those, whatever it is that they were having to do there with that. So he was given a loaner.
Another gun.
Yeah. So he had a loaner. He was suspended for 3 days because the damn weapon got stolen. So you have to wonder, how the hell does that happen?
Like, first of all, how does he even get another weapon if he can't even use the one that he was subscribed in the first place?
Yeah.
I mean, Jared.
Yeah.
But you negated to mention where did he leave the?
Oh yeah, no, I was getting there. I was like, not only did he have it stolen, that dude left it in his girlfriend's car.
And that's how it got stolen. And he's competent enough to perform his duties and be back on the street.
I know, and be justified and shoot and
killing someone else.
Killing somebody. He murdered that guy. He shot him 7 times in the back.
In the back. And
what was it that you said earlier? No, what was it that you said something earlier about this? About that comparison about shooting someone in the front versus in the back.
If you have an intruder in your home and you're a registered gun carrier, one of the forensic studies they will do is to see whether or not you shot the intruder in his face forward, or you shot him in his back. Because if you shot him in his back, there is a notion of intent to kill because he was trying to get away and you didn't let him get away. You chose to fire upon an assailant that is not in an attack, in an attacking or
right.
A forceful pose, so
threatening.
So therefore you had intent to kill and charges will be pressed upon you. This is what happens when you know the laws and you're educated and you're intelligent. The bullshit that you killing somebody in their back. And what did we say, Jared? You're like, well, what if he had a gun? I'm saying, what if he had a gun, the assailant, the person that was murdered, but he turned to run? And that was unfortunately at that split second, he was going to fire upon him face forward, but he decided to turn and run. Let's just say that the guy did have a gun, which he did not. But if he did, and he was turning to run and you shot him in the back, then what I'm saying is that police officer should have been taken out of the duty in which he now has the right to possibly fire on somebody. Let me bring this home, okay? As a nurse, okay, if I am giving care to someone that has been raped or been in a horrific trauma, the trauma of I'm experiencing taking care of a trauma victim is traumatic. A lot of words, but it's true. There's counseling and wraparound services and resources, and maybe I would switch a department. I may not be in triage. I'll be in just like regular intake or whatever. Okay. That's what happens in the field. Why the fuck is he back on the street like a regular cop? My thing is, I'm not saying he should be doing desk duty, but he should be like maybe a crossing guard assistant. Maybe he should be like on detail. I mean, you feel me? Like you don't need to have another service. You don't need to be put in a position where you feel as though your life is in danger and you got to draw your weapon because now you're going to have knee-jerk reactions. If you did it once, you're likely going to do it again.
Oh yeah.
So get you out of that situation and that scenario. And then, and so it's like, what did you say, Jared? What did the DA do? What?
Oh no, they didn't even seek to press charges against the guy. Yeah.
You said DA?
The DA. Oh yeah.
DA.
Yeah.
District attorney. And so his bosses, who are like the sheriffs and stuff like that, captains. All these are what, Jared? Elected officials.
Elected officials, yet also incompetent.
And this
Biased,
is, yeah, very biased.
to say the
Very,
least.
very biased.
To say the least.
I did hear that there was a female officer, and I don't know if I heard this on TikTok or
Mm-hmm.
there was a female officer that she was where was she at? She was fired like in 2006 or something because there was one of her partner was choke holding her, and she thought it was aggressive force, so she pushed him off of him. And and then he punched her in the face, and she filed charges against him, and she got fired.
Whoa.
For like disruption of duty or something like that.
Mm.
Well, they just found after she's been in litigation since 2021. Like this happened in like the single digits of 2006, 8,
Well,
something like that. It just came back that not only is she getting her back, she's getting her pension, she's getting her back pay for all this time, and she's be reinstated and like all kinds of stuff because she was victimized by the system plus compensation. And that's what needs to start. Like, this is a trend that's going to start happening.
Yeah.
People are going to start realizing, like,
yeah.
No, we're not dealing with this shit anymore.
Yeah. What's that word that I used earlier? Accountability.
Oh, accountability. Yes.
And that's what needs to be happening.
It really does. And Jared, we touched on, who the officials are. They're elected officials.
Mm-hmm.
The DA is not someone that just said, I applied and somebody else hired them. We hired them.
Yeah.
We, the people, hired them. We hired the sheriffs. We hired the judges. We hired all of them.
Mm-hmm.
And in Minnesota, Wisconsin, y'all need to wake the fuck up. I think what we need to do as individuals of this nation, the responsibility and obligation we have. I don't know. I hit something and now the damn TV is making a noise.
That's a distinct sound.
I must be on it. I was on it and I had to pull up off of it.
It'll stop in a little bit unless you've got it set to something else.
I did. No, I don't.
It should just go to the home screen and it's silent. So
yes, it's silent. Thank you.
Talk about digressing. No.
It kind of freaked me out.
What is that noise?
Oh, I know. Thank you. But like we need a coalition, a nationwide coalition to remind people these interim elections, these primaries and these district and these county elections.
Mm-hmm. Your local elections, the midterm elections.
Very important.
Oh yeah.
Wisconsin, those people need to get fired. They are the reason. The man is incompetent to the point where he can't even keep his gun in a secure location. A gun that was provided to him by the city in which he works.
Mm-hmm. And it was a loaner.
It wasn't even the one that was issued. You have no respect. My father was a police officer. Huh? You have to respect your gun. That is somebody's life. Mm-hmm. And you're flippant enough to leave it in your girlfriend's car and not even try to retrieve it when it's not in your presence? Yeah. Put it in your home in the lockbox. You fucking people are sitting here.
Isn't that where it's supposed to be?
Isn't it supposed to be in your holster?
Yeah. With everything else on your utility belt?
Bullets? Yeah. Jared.
I don't know what else to call it. I'm
just saying.
Yeah. No, I agree. No, absolutely. It
shouldn't even. It should. Fucking gun rights. Everybody wants their fucking guns and shit. Where are the fucking gun right people there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Excuse me. Where are the gun rights people?
You can't demand your rights and then not advocate for responsibility.
Oh, preach.
It doesn't work like that.
Where is the responsibility?
Exactly.
What if somebody decided to rob her car and he was a crazy person, a person of color. About that, let's talk about that, you ignorant bastards. You would fault the person of color for robbing the girl, but not the irresponsibility of leaving the gun in the car. Of course, nobody should steal, and nobody of color or any color should steal, white, black, or whatever.
Right.
But
isn't that a commandment?
It is a commandment. But I'm just saying, like...
Yeah, they're not ready for that.
No, they're not ready for that. We, like, how many times do you have to kid, glove, and baby step motherfuckers? Like, for real. Man.
Yeah.
This is, like, real. Wake the fuck up, people. Y'all, it's like, and not y'all, those that are like, gun rights, I want to keep my guns.
Yeah, how dare you?
Bitch, it comes with a fucking responsibility, god damn you.
Exactly. I can do this all night, apparently.
Yeah, right.
With great power comes great responsibility. Just saying.
What happens when your parents is in the church all day? Like, that's Jared's family right there. Man can quote the Bible better than anyone.
Please don't test me on that.
I'm sorry.
No, oh man. No, it's easy.
I'm just saying. So, like, I just don't get it. I don't get it.
I don't either.
Yet somehow
my problem is this. The man is suspended for 3 days because his gun's stolen. He misplaced or forgot where his gun was. I don't even want to go that route.
So
did he purposely leave it in the car because he's just that kind of a moron?
Was he drunk and he was just, and his girlfriend had to drive?
I forgot where my gun was. Oops. Yeah, I don't know.
And then it did get stolen. Wait, pause. We digress. It did get stolen.
It did get stolen.
And it's still
as
gone.
Of Monday, when this story was reported, we're recording on Thursday, so as of Monday, they still haven't found it. They've been investigating for 7 months. And they still haven't found it.
So your brothers in blue are going to fucking support that shit? That ignoramus needs to get fired.
But you get suspended for that for 3 days.
But you don't get suspended.
But you shoot a man in the back
7 times.
7 times? And nothing? Except go back to your job. Oh, and by the way, here's a loaner. What?
No, absolutely not.
Where's the accountability for that shit?
Absolutely not. This is our fucking country. I don't know where I put my IV equipment. I don't have anything. Where's my stethoscope? Don't have that. Blood pressure. I'm here though. I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No monitor for you. No lesson plan.
Right.
Just walking in, just sitting there saying, "Hey, but I'm here." Where are his fucking brothers in blue saying this is not what we want to represent us?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It kind of makes me wonder how many of his brothers and sisters in blue know about the story. Because if you're going to make that shit nationwide, just saying, or shit countywide in this perspective, because that was a city, that's Kenosha.
Mm-hmm.
You talk county, state. Just saying.
I'm done. Excuses for stupidity and ignorance.
Speaking of, gosh, what was it? Chauvin's attorney is seeking a retrial, not necessarily a mistrial, but a retrial.
Of what?
For citing just a plethora of things, but the main one being
For what?
a juror who wore a Black Lives Matter shirt at the March on Washington back in August. Yeah.
Okay, so he kills
So
a man. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Well, here's the thing.
Mm-mm. I
That
don't care what
juror
this
filled
fucking
out the
thing-
questionnaire.
just like
That
everybody else
juror,
did.
yeah, that juror faced questioning from the prosecution and the defense,
Period.
and probably even the judge, because the man, I mean, yeah, no, won't go.
No, no. You said yes to that fucking juror. Goodbye.
Exactly.
No, throw it out.
And
why would
he's
even
admitted,
Chauvin,
and he's
and
stuck
why
in
would
his story.
Chauvin's punk ass even say yes to that shit? This is what you fucking created, America. This is what the fuck you created.
Yep.
Look at this pussy that you fucking created. He doesn't even have the balls to say, I killed somebody, wrongfully killed somebody.
Yeah.
And you're proud of that shit?
Take any kind of responsibility for it.
None. This level of entitlement is fucking ridiculous. Horrible. Fuck him.
Yep.
And look, it's not that people don't want to fight for their lives, but he legitimately killed someone. It was recorded.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you still fighting this? And you had people. This is how the psychology of being so conditioned to believe that everything you do is worthy of God and the greatest, okay? And then you have convinced others to follow you. So he had the other police officers holding legs and shit, standing over him and looking. Then you have conditioned yourself in the sixth sense, not sixth, but sixth, that this is justifiable and okay, because that's what we do. And I've killed others before, so what's wrong? Why would this one be any different?
It's interesting that you bring that up because the prosecution is actually seeking to add another charge to Chauvin's sentencing.
For all the other people he killed while he was in the line of duty? I think
this one, he did get caught for this one too. I think this was in 2017 or 2019. I can't remember. I think it's 2017. Where it was a minor. Okay. Hits the kid upside his head with the flashlight. You know the flashlights that cops are issued.
The black, heavy-ass
fucking batons, man.
Yeah, they're worse than batons.
With batteries in it.
Yeah, right?
I mean, by that I mean, like, they're thick and heavy, and it's not a baton by any means. In fact, I'd rather take the baton than this damn flashlight.
Thank you.
Hits this kid upside the head with his flashlight, which knocks him to the ground, obviously. And pins this kid to the ground for 15 minutes.
Jared, I can't talk about this shit no more. No, I'm serious. Like, who the fuck would let him get off? Like, it wouldn't even be a case had he been suspended and dismissed the first time. Or even, and I'm pretty sure that was him taking it to the next level. So there are other incidents that have been reported. 1 of 4. Yeah. So I'm done. Like, what the fuck? Can we analyze the mentality in the crass bullshit his family is willing to pay? Say, well, it's just one black person. It's just another incident. No. You know what civility is? We're civilized human beings. That shit is animalistic. Yeah. That's animalistic behavior that we're not tolerating anymore. And if you don't get on, you're going to get off and get out. We're done.
Exactly.
Stop justifying stupid animalistic behavior.
Oh, yeah.
We are evolving. We're not animals to that degree. We don't believe in brass, unconstitutional, unconscionable responses to things. You have to think. He's not thinking. That's an animalistic response. And his only thought process is, why are they prosecuting me for this? You killed somebody. You killed a lot of people while you wore that badge and that uniform.
Yeah. I think Floyd was number 5.
See, I'm done. Jared. All right, what time is it?
I like that. Are we done yet? Can we be done? Can we just call this?
I'm just it's so upsetting. And we need to be intelligent enough on an individual basis to say, okay, you know what? There needs to be a lot of reteaching. We need to create the website for the intermediate elections, get DAs out there that are not, and it's not like fire the DA because they didn't prosecute the way we want to be, but it's like, are you, okay, this is what they did.
Where's the fucking humanity?
Thank you. Is the humanity supposed to be a part of this? Where
there's some
is
form of like in there somewhere within your job description as a DA. Shit. How about a police officer? Somewhere in there it says upholding dignity. Somewhere. I'm sure somewhere in there. You know how I know that? Because I'm a fucking teacher. And dude, yeah, it's all over the place. I mean, we're required to take our ethics.
Both of us.
Yeah, we're required to take that ethics PD every year just to get that refresher.
Every year to remind ourselves the magnitude of the responsibility we have to humanity.
Exactly.
To the world.
Exactly.
Jared, you could be.
So you can't tell me that's not happening with the police department. So kind of makes me think that, oh yeah, no, I'm 26 years in, I don't need this shit anymore. Says Chauvin.
Every day, how your license, your teacher's license, how often do you have to renew? 5 years.
Every
nursing
5 years.
license, 2 years. Every 2 years, I got to renew my nursing license every 2 years.
Now I can get a lifetime license, but that's gonna.
It's very expensive.
That requires quite a bit.
Yeah. So every 2 years, I got to keep renewing and keep reading the same things I read, but it makes you not forget. I have a responsibility and a due diligence to people.
And I go back to the word I used earlier, and that was accountability.
Accountability. Damn. That was one of our word of the days too on our Facebook page.
It was.
Accountability. We need to be accountable for our actions.
Shit.
That's why if you
not just our actions. No, I teach my students you need to be accountable for your choices.
Kind of work hand in hand for sure, yeah.
Every choice has a consequence, be it positive, be it negative. And you are responsible for those choices. Yeah, this is what I'm teaching my students. Not just my kids, but my students.
Well, they're your kids.
Just saying.
You're a good teacher. You're a good teacher.
I try. No, it floored me to do that. Speaking of it, and going on a lighter subject, but seriously,
seniors are graduating.
Yeah, no, this is my 3rd year teaching, and I just wrapped up my last requirement as a novice teacher. So, by definition, next year I'm an expert.
That's awesome. Okay.
Just saying.
He knows. No. He knows what he's talking about.
If I don't, I'll make it sound really, really good. Otherwise, I'll just say, you know what? I don't know, but I'll get back to you.
There you go.
You know, I'm not going to try to spit some shit that I don't know.
That's right. Because we all don't know everything.
Yeah, exactly.
And it takes us time.
And I even do that going back to my students. I do that with my students. Like, they ask me a question, I try to start to answer. Like, you know what? I don't want to lead you false. I don't want to give you false information, so I need to look that one up. Let me give it back to you. You know? But at the same time, you have the world at your fingertips, don't you? What do you mean? You got a phone, right?
Google.
Yeah, Google.
But at the same time, Jared, you're teaching on two levels because it shows that we don't always know everything.
Exactly.
And because we don't, we still have to look up things. I mean, I try not to be a bitch to this woman today.
But imagine if your teachers did that.
If they showed me that they didn't know, I would be so respectful, because that means we are always learning for real. And that's what they always tried to teach us. This woman today, she would not say, I don't know. She'd rather reiterate information just to sound like she knew something. Yeah. But I'm like, that's not what I'm asking. You're not listening to me.
Exactly.
Because I wanted a rapid test, not just a regular test. I said, and she was like, and when I finally pointed out her responses, and I was like, and so what I'm understanding is you don't know, but you aren't saying this. And I need you to say that so that I can move on to the next step, instead of getting caught in this loop where you want to repeat to me things that I've already told you I know. Mm-hmm. And she's like, well, I don't know. See, I'm saying it. I said, nah, because I told you didn't know, but that's okay. Thank you very much. Have a good day. And I hung up.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Patients ask me all the time, what's this med? I don't know. Give me a minute.
Exactly. Well, and what are you telling your patients? Not only do you like, oh shit, she doesn't know, but at the same time, like, oh, she's going to find out. I trust her.
Yes. I'm establishing trust with you because I do want you to know. I want you to, and I want you to get
you and I are going to learn together what this is.
Together.
Oh, you don't like this website? Okay, let's find another one that we can both agree on. How about this .org? Okay, cool. Let's do it. There you go.
Here's not only that, here's the information on this med, and here's the counter and what you can't take it with. So not only are we learning one thing, we're learning a whole bunch of stuff. Yes, let's go.
Exactly.
All right. No, for real now. What time? How long have we been on this?
Oh, no, we're done. That's it. And we're going to end on that note. That was awesome.
It was awesome. As usual. Hey, look, I would like... Jarrett usually throws me the last final words. Mm-hmm. And what I would like to say is, I'm always talking about love, goodness, and kindness, but the actions of real love and real kindness come with educating, and not from school, but always trying to figure out what is the answer. Because if you're enlightened, it's easy for you to enlighten others. And with that being said, I love you.